Praise the Lord and good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. Welcome to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. So happy and excited to have this wonderful time and opportunity to come to you on today to lead you in a very special way and get another grief devotion. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural and normal response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout, "Good morning." Because morning is a good thing. Period. And I'm excited to have this wonderful opportunity to lead you today in a very special way in yet another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's Friday. We are grateful for this day, for this time, for this opportunity, for all of you guys, people who have assembled on this devotion. If this is a blessing to you, it's going to be a blessing to somebody else. Make sure you like, share, tag somebody in this post. We talk about grief. It's natural, it's normal, it's necessary. The primary thing that we focus on is death, but remember, grief is any loss, change, and transition. So if you have and are experiencing loss, change, or transition, this devotion is for you. And without further ado, let's get into it. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 75. We're going to talk about I'm becoming more patient. I am becoming more patient. I am becoming more patient. In a society where everything is instant, right? Amazon Prime, give it to me now, overnight, right? I want it right now. It kind of cultivates within us the need to have everything instantly, to have everything right now, to have everything at our fingertips. And y'all, that's not the way life works, right? It might be the way Amazon Prime works. That's not the way life works. There are going to be some situations and circumstances that we're going to have to exhibit patience as we navigate through. There are some things that we may want instantly that may only come eventually, right? And we have to learn how to do what? Be patient. And so I love this lesson because it's talking about how I'm more patient. Let's get into it. Grief is slow. Oh my goodness. Grief, my brothers and sisters, is slow. Grief is not instant. Grief is not a drive-through. Grief is you can Amazon Prime your way through grief. One thing you got to know about grief is slow. It is it's slow. I got something. Grief is slow. It's not something that happens fast. It's not something that comes quick. It's not something that even you start talking about over time. You still got to do the work, but grief is slow. It's not fast. The job is going to give you 3 days off. It's not going to be done in them 3 days, right? If you go see a counselor for an extended period of time, you might go for 6 to 8 weeks. Guess what? It's not going to be done even after the 6 to 8 weeks. The year after the loss, change, or transition occurred, guess what? It's not going to be done even a year afterwards. One thing you got to know about grief is slow, right? It's slow. Even though I'm actively mourning, I'm talking about people who are doing the work. I'm talking about people who are not suppressing but expressing. I'm talking about people who are not ignoring but exploring. I'm talking about people who are doing the work. You are dealing with the situation and you are doing the work. Even when I'm actively mourning, guess what? It's taking a long time for my painful thoughts and feelings to soften. Even when you do the work, it's still going to take time. So imagine if you don't do the work, how much more time it's going to take, right? Imagine if you are not actively mourning. Imagine if you are not in a position to where you are um, doing what you need to do in order to navigate through this season. If you're not in that position and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, right? It's going to even take more time because when you are in that position, when you are doing what you're supposed to do, guess what? It's still going to take some time. And because of that, my brothers and sisters, I love it. That's why I love this lesson. It's going to help you to understand. Um, It's taking a long time for my painful thoughts and feelings to soften. You go through grief, it's hard. You be hard hearted, right? And it's going to take some time for that stuff to soften. It's going to take some time for the pressure of that pain to start to kind of subside and to let up. It's going to take some time. And one thing that you know, if you know that going into it, then you give yourself that time. You give yourself the grace and the space. You give yourself. You become more patient because you know this thing is going to take some time. I know I can't do it overnight. I know it's not going to get done instantly. I know it's going to take some time. So you give yourself some time. That's the mindset. Even with people that, like, for instance, trying to lose weight or trying to save a certain amount of money or trying to pay off debt or even trying to get a degree, they know it's going to take time. They know if I go into school, it's going to take 4 years. So they're not so impatient that they think it's going to come instantly. They know it's going to take about four, right? People trying to lose weight when you know, oh, it's going to take some time. I know it's not going to be an overnight journey. I know that small steps is going to lead to great distances. And so I'm in it for the long haul. When you have that mindset, instead of, oh, I need to lose 20 pounds by Friday, right? It's Monday. You say, I need to lose 20 pounds by Friday. Oh, my birthday coming up in 2 weeks. I need to lose 35 pounds in 2 weeks. Come on. People who are really trying to lose, they understand, oh, it's going to take some time. People that's paying off debt, it's not the short game, right? It's not going to get lottery tickets to see if I can hit this big windfall and just pay it all off. They know, oh, it's going to take some time. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some extra money. I might have to get a little extra job. I might any little extra that I get bonus or whatever. I might have to cut back. I might have to create some more stuff because I know it's going to take some time. When you go into it with that mindset, it changes your approach. You don't expect things instantly because you know it's going to happen through consistency, right? That is going to take some time. Grief is slow. Even though I'm actively mourning, it's taking a long time for my painful thoughts and feelings to soften. Check this out. So I'm learning to be patient with myself. I'm learning to be patient with myself and with others. There's no use being impatient. You got to learn how to be patient with yourself. You got to learn how to be patient with others. Learn how to be patient with yourself. I can't stop crying. I can't stop. I wish it was. You got to be patient to yourself. You know who you need to be good to as you navigate through this season of grief? You need to be good to you, right? You are the one that's going through. You are the one that's dealing with this loss, change, and transition. You are the one. Learn how to be good to you, right? Be patient with yourself in the midst of this process. Not only be patient with yourself, be patient with others. Just like it's new to you, it's new to them. Just like, you don't get it, you don't understand, you're trying to find your way through, so are they, right? So it's like, I got to be patient with other people, right? Because we are all trying to navigate through this thing together. There's no use being impatient. That only increases my suffering and damages my relationship. Impatience is going to increase your suffering and damage your relationship. Impatience is not going to benefit you at all, right? So being patient is part of the process. Patience in life and in grief is hard won wisdom in action. Patience in life and in grief is hard won wisdom in action. Here's the final thought. Everything takes as long as it takes, and that's okay. I love that, y'all. Everything takes as long as it takes. And guess what? That's okay. This is what you got to know and understand. It takes as long as it takes. As long as you are doing the work, as long as you are actively mourning, it takes as long as it takes, right? And you just want to be patient with yourself and give yourself grace and space as you navigate through this process and understand, yo, it takes as long as it takes. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 75. I'm trying to teach y'all how to thrive. Become more patient with yourself. Questions, comments. Happy birthday, Nikisha Foss. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for being on here today. And everybody else, thank y'all for joining us. I am becoming more patient. Keisha said, definitely trying. Absolutely. Um, and keep on keeping on. I'm learning patience right now. Amen. That's what we got to do. Continue. Stay in the fight. Small steps lead to great distances. It takes as long as it takes. Period. Give yourself grace and the space to navigate through this situation. Man, oh man, oh man. Yes. Oh, so that was your cousin. Okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about him. He looked familiar too. He looked familiar. I'm so sorry to hear about that. A lot of people was talking about it. It messed up a lot of people. Like, wow. So yep. So you dealing with that and your birthday, man. I hope and pray you still have a phenomenal Friday and enjoy your birthday. So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all with the love of the Lord. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, phenomenal Friday, all of those wonderful things. I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same station. Let's go.